Okay, we're in the audio room. We're just checking the pressure of the water into the house. And we have a pressure of over 100 pounds. That's excessive. That will damage your appliances that are connected to the water system, and it also will cause at some point a possible break in the water lines, because the pressure shouldn't be any higher than 80 pounds per square inch. It should be between 40 and 80. So we have excessive water pressure in the supply lines. We can carry out a functional flow test. What we want to establish is that the water flow into the property is sufficient to run a bath, like we're running a bath here, and take a shower. Odd test, you might say. Well, there's a method in the madness. Really what we're doing is we're making sure that when we adjust the turn on a bath, we don't cut the supply to the shower so much that you get scalding hot water through. So it maintains a continuous, stable flow, and that's what it's doing. It's flowing nicely enough. At the sinks. The intention here is to see that we've got the correct installation. There's no signs of water leaking. No hot water there yet. Yep, we've got warm water there. Warm water here. Let's go and look upstairs. We're in the master, sorry, we're in the guest, looking around the floor. And we're just looking to see what we've got. Okay. The flapper's working its seals. And we have warm water. We're in the upstairs vanity. There are two. No signs of water. Let's run that for a bit. There's the other vanity. And look at the P-track beneath. All looking good. And the shower. It's all sealed. Yeah, that's not good. We've got a gap there that's going to allow water back in behind the wall. This is a water heater inspection. First thing, there is no safety pan on the water heater. And as a consequence, if it does leak, it's going to leak directly into the master bedroom. So that's not a good thing. Now what we're interested in with water heaters is just what sort of age they are. And what sort of condition they are in. And you know, it's really difficult to analyse these things, because when they leak, often it can be hidden from view by the insulation that's used to improve the efficiencies of the unit. This is the vent hood. There's little or no rust or corrosion around the fittings. Okay, we have corrosion on the isolation valve, and that indicates there's possible corrosion inside the actual unit itself, the water heater itself. So just a note of warning, water heaters in this part of the world do not last forever. They last between 6 and 10 years. This is a temperature pressure relief valve. I'm going to try and open it. Now, if this opens, that's good, but it doesn't. So that's jammed. That's got to be replaced. That's a safety device. What actually happens is, if the temperature goes too high or the pressure gets too high, that valve will relieve the pressure and allow water out and drop the temperature. In the condition it is at the moment, it won't do that, and as a consequence, this whole unit could go up, blow up. That'll make a mess of the garage. The compressor AC unit check. Units have been running now for over an hour and a half, nearly 2 hours. And what we're going to do is ascertain whether or not they're cooling sufficiently. It's a very rudimentary check, and I would encourage you to seriously have it checked out by an AC technician who could take it apart and tell you whether or not it's functioning correctly. We're currently measuring an outlet in the kitchen area register, and we're registering 59 degrees. 59. Let's go and have a look, see if we've got a better reading anywhere else. We're in the office area, and here we're registering 58, 59. It's not very good. I'd expect to see it round about 40. Let's go upstairs and we'll check the register up there. And up there will also be the returns. Now, here's the little test that I can carry out for you. I can't do anything more than this. I measure the registers randomly around the house, and then we look and see that we get a sort of 15 to 20 degree drop in temperature between the return air and the registers. Well, here's a return. It's got a dirty filter, and we're registering 74. So we've just got 15 degree drop between the outlets downstairs and these. 57, that's a bit better. That's 16, 17. We've got a 16 or 17 degree drop. But I have to tell you, that having been in here for the length of time I've been in here, it's really not getting as cool as I would like it. Now this one's 65. That is like a 6-7 degree drop. I now concluding that you definitely should have this examined by an AC specialist, determine the performance of the system and whether or not it is functioning for you. So that's the AC units and their performance here. We're going to go and look, before we look at the units outside, before upstairs, we're going to look at the units outside. There are two of them. They're located on the right-hand elevation of the property, and they, I know already, are showing signs of age. That doesn't mean to say they won't work well. They can work perfectly well, but I have to tell you that they are looking a little aged. Again, another clue to perhaps they're not performing as well as we would expect
And I can't stress too much how important good AC is in Texas. So we're at the 2 units. They have a lot of damage to the fins. It looks like it's hail damage. It's very common around here. We've got these fins here are damaged. The fins are also dirty, and that's going to greatly reduce the efficiency of the 2 units. Let's have a look to see if they're level. You know, they're reasonably level. They're not too bad. The units have good insulation on the cold pipes. You see a little bit of sweating there, where you can't put the insulation too easily. And here a little bit of sweating there. So overall, they're in poor condition in terms of their fins. They need to be cleared out. They can actually be improved, and a technician will be able to tell you just how good these units are. All I can tell you is well, you know, I don't think it's cooling well enough. So really, that's not that much of an adequate test for somebody buying a house and laying out so much money. But I'm not allowed to carry out any other test than this. Let's go and have a look in the attic at the units up there. Oh, before we go, let's see if we've got any condensate running. Up there is a condensate line, and it's not dripping. There's another one there, and that's not dripping. That's good news. Let's go and look at the units upstairs and determine just what their condition are if we can. Now, as I say, I won't be taking things apart, or for that matter putting them back together again if they're already in pieces. The AC units are located in the attic. Here we go. I mentioned earlier about having a weather seal around here. Well, with the poor performance of the AC units, you can see how important that is, because all the heat can come through this door. Okay, let's look. Overall condition of the units look good. I mean, they don't look bad. There's no presence of water or condensate in the underneath the condensers on that unit. Likewise, it's good on this unit. You see this one's been taken apart. I will be leaving it as it is. Now, this unit here has wires that are passing through the metal cabinets without bushes. You can see already there's some damage to the insulation. And this one here too is coming through, and that's going to cut it. But when it cuts through, it'll short circuit, and then that'll cost you about $400 or $500 to have it fixed. Okay, so general condition of the units from observation is okay, but again, I'm recommending that you have them serviced, because inside the house, I know it's the first really hot day we've had, inside the house it's not cooling as much as I would expect. It's on to heating, and we're going to drive the temperature up high. We want the furnaces to both come on. I basically will set this as high as I can. I set it 88. We're going to do that with the upstairs. We'll give it a few moments, and then the heating should kick in, and we should be able to go and see the flames burning in the furnaces through the cabinetry. Okay, That's both on. Let's go back up into this attic and see if we have furnaces igniting. I can hear them. This is good. Okay. Yep. That furnace is burning. Got a good flame. And I can see there's a blue flame in here, and I can hear it burning. So heating comes on. But in summary, do have them serviced. They should be serviced anyway at the beginning of the summer and at the beginning of winter. It prolongs the life, improves the performance, and increases the comfort of your house and reduces your costs. All very good reasons for you to seriously consider having these units serviced twice a year to keep them in good, optimal working condition. They're going back onto cooling. I'm setting them at 70. When I leave the house, I will turn them off. And we'll set this one here at 70. Back onto cooling. Overshot. Let's go back up to 70. There we go. Hold. And as you can see, we have an ornamental fountain at the bottom of the drive where one of the heads is broken. Well, that's the only one. To put on zone 2. Yeah, it's a broken head, easily fixed. On to zone 2. Put it on for a minute. That should be firing up. Zone 2 is working. The bushes at the front, flower beds all the way around. That's all looking good. No broken heads on zone 2. Let's go on to zone 3. Zone 3 should be firing up. This will be the front yard. Wow. Another broken head on zone 3. Pretty bad one, that needs fixing. You won't be able to run the sprinkler system with that like it is. I don't want it getting in my truck. So zone 3, zone 1 and zone 3 broken heads. Now we're going to run zone 4. Put it on for 1 minute, fire it up. This would be the left hand elevation of the property. And I can't get through that way. I should have remembered that, shouldn't I? But I know I can go through here. Okay, no broken heads. Well, I didn't allow enough time on that one. I got there just as it was turning off because I went the wrong way. Fuck, we have a solution to that. We run it again. I need the exercise anyway. There we go. 1 minute. Go. I wonder how many miles I walk when I do a home inspection. I should put a pedometer on and find out. Okay, I can hear it. That's running. And there it is. I thought we might have one. Another broken head. Again, that's got to be fixed. We don't want ornamental fountains. Right. Let's find the shortest route back. I don't want to hear me whining about walking everywhere. Da 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 da. Okay. Now, we're going to go on to zone 5. Give it a minute, turn it on. And I can hear the water in the pipes. Okay, that's all looking good. And I need to get around the other side, and I need a little bit of extra time here. Let's give it another minute. We need to look at the side elevation to make sure that we haven't got broken heads there. Okay, well that's working okay, we haven't got any broken heads. Well, it needs some adjustment, but that's just maintenance. You should expect to be doing that as the years go by, just adjusting the sprinkler system to make sure it is working correctly. Let's go through and put it on the final zone. Here we go. On to zone 6. It's the backyard. No zone 6. No, there's not a zone 6 here at all. So 5 zones, no zone 6. Zone 6, if it would be this yard here, but as you can see there's very little landscape to water. So 5 zones, 4 of the zones actually have broken heads. Using the underwater camera, we're going to have a quick look at the condition of the bottom of the pool. See a couple of lines there, it doesn't mean anything really until we can get a closer look at it. We have a leak, and it's not good on an underwater camera.
This is a pool inspection. Firstly, we're going to look at structurally. Around here is called coping, right at the edge here, and you'll see between that and the flatwork there's grout, and the grout in places is starting to split. It needs regrouting. You don't want water to get down there because it washes away the support for the pool structure itself. The coping's in good condition. There's no signs of cracks or breaks in it. As I say, the only thing at the moment is the presence of these cracks in the corking. And then around the pool itself we've got pretty good condition, no breaks in the tiles as we can see at the present time. In a minute we'll get the underwater camera out and we'll have a look at the drains, but all's looking good here. This is a skimmer. We have one skimmer, and this is the pool equipment. It's just been sprayed by the okay, so this is in fact our freeze control. Now turn the pump on, and we're just going to check for leaks. Cartridge filter. We have a pressure gauge on the top, looks in reasonably new condition, and it has pressure. Yep. And the pressure's increasing, so not unreasonable. Well, let's go and look at the skimmer. Skimmer's running well, basket is clean, that's all working. Now we're going to go and get the underwater camera and go diving, see what we can see on the bottom.